Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of crude has moved in the month of November and how the price of crude can move in the next 2 weeks of November. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what we have seen that crude is currently trading at around $81.93, and if you look at this chart closely, what we have seen, it was in this zone, and from 2 weeks we have seen it is continuously on the downside. Okay, and this is where we can see a strong support forming at around $93.81, and this is the where we have seen a swing has formed. After that it came down and now trading currently at 81.93. Okay, and if you look at the previous chart for this particular month, that the price of crude was moving. Okay, now if you look at the chart from this particular zone, we have seen it is continuously on the upside. Pandemic happened, if you have seen that the price was continuously moving upside, and you can say from negative to it made a high of around $129.47 at the high. After that it was moving in this zone, okay, and has not touched this particular level. It has tried to touch this level, but with a strong support, with a strong resistance at 124.21, it was continuously on the downside. So if this swing sustain and it forms this particular pattern, so probability of moving further upside will be there, but if this range breaks downside, then we can see it can go further low. Before we move forward, explain you where the price of crude and other commodities can go. If you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a Telegram link also are given in the description. You can join that too. Okay, now look at this particular chart, that whenever it goes high, we have seen there is a sharp fall. Okay, that means whenever the high it breaks, second time we have seen it made a sharp fall. This is repeated for the 5 times, and it has tried to repeat it for the 6th time, but it didn't, and came down and made a low of around $76.03. And suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, chances are very high we can see it can move further low. Okay, now look at this particular trend. The trend is overall in the downside. Okay, so probability of moving further down is on higher side, as I have already told you that 85.58 is a strong support. So once this breaks downside, then the next strong support we can see is coming at around $77.31, and if that level also goes further down, then we can see it can go and touch a level of $67.93. Okay, and if the price move below that particular level, then chances are very high we can see it can go towards a level of $63.67, and further if the price goes below that particular level. Okay, now if you look at this chart, what we can see in the next week, suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, which is on a higher side because 85.58 is a strong support, now it has already break, now it is being acting as a resistance. So now suppose if the price didn't sustain this particular level, chances are high we can see it can go towards a level of $79.02, and from there we can see it can move further down, and a probability of touching 76.88 is there. Okay, and if the price move below that particular level, then chances are very high that we can see it can go towards a level of $68.36. Keep this in mind. Once the price move below a level of 76.88, then chances of moving towards a level of 74.33 will be there, and from there we can see it can touch a level of 67.86. Okay, once it crosses a level of 68.36. Suppose if the price didn't sustain that particular level also, then we can see it can move further low towards a level of $66.65 to a level of 63.67. Okay, and once the price move below that level, then we can see it can touch a level of $61.11, and from there we can see it can go further low towards a level of 56.42. And once the price move below $55, then we can see it can go further down. Okay, and understand something, that market for crude is as of now is very volatile. Okay, and if you look at this particular chart also, this is a weekly chart where you can see that it is moving in the descending order, but it has tried to sustain this particular swing and was moving upside, but because of the China COVID policies and because of the lack of demand, the probability that it has tried to move upside, but now it is currently moving further down. Okay, now suppose if the price sustain this particular level, as you know that the market for the crude is moving in a volatile range, so you cannot expect that it will move in one direction, because as of now it is going upside $4, $5, and then coming back $4, $5 again. So probability that it has made in a range, but it is continuously overall in the downside. Suppose if the price sustain this level, or if it form a swing at this particular level, we can see it can go towards its next resistance at around 82.8. From there we can see it can go towards a level of around $85.67. Okay, this $85.67 was acting as a support once the price was upside, and now it will act as a resistance. So if the price sustain above this level, then chances are very high that we can see it can go towards further high and can touch a level of $89.66. And this $89.66 is a weak resistance, so chances of moving further upside is on a higher side, and a probability of touching 93.94 is there, and from there we can see it can go further high, and a probability of touching 95.65 is there, and from there we can see it can go further upside towards a level of $97.93. Okay, and once the price move above that level, then there is high chances that we can see it can go further high, and a probability of touching 105.5 is there. Okay, and if the price sustain above this level, then chances are very high that we can see it can go towards $109, and from there we can see it can touch a level of $111.60. Okay, and if the price move up that level, then high chances of going further upside towards a level of $114.45, and from there we can see it can go further upside. Okay, now if you have any doubt, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs in the description. Understand something, if you are trading, you have to be very careful. Suppose if you are trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade and risk of 0.5 to 1%. That comes to $50 to $100 of risk. Okay, suppose if you trade 5 times and you lose all this 5 times, your maximum loss is 100 per trade, that is $500. Okay, so it will not affect your psychology for the next day. That is very important, you have to understand. Okay, and if you are investing for a longer view is a different thing. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.